Hi, boys and girls. This is Ms. Kathy. I'm so happy you've joined me today for another story just for you. Minister to Bandits by Barbara Westphal. Halt! Get off your horse! Hand me the reins! It was a holdup. Angel, the teenage evangelist, had traveled alone on horseback for 3½ days searching for a group of Sabbath keepers deep in the mountains of Mexico. I organized a Sabbath school with 20 members, an active lay member had told him. You will have to travel several days to get there, but you must go and visit them. The place is a hideout for criminals. Everyone there has killed somebody. That's why they live where the law can't find them. Angel couldn't find them either. Somewhere he must have taken a wrong turn. He was lost, and now the armed bandit was making him dismount and demanding, "What's in your saddlebag?" A projector with reels and a battery adapter. The bandit rummaged around in the leather bag and eyed the strange contraption. "Looks like a small cannon to me. What's it for?" "It's to show pictures so that—" "Come with me and we'll see. If you're fooling me, I'll break your neck." There was nothing to do but follow the bandit to his hideout. Angel mounted his horse again, but the bandit kept the reins and led him along a well-hidden path through the trees and rocks. For 2 hours they struggled down a deep canyon. When they reached the bottom, the bandit whistled. One by one, from behind trees, rough men appeared. "What did you bring that fellow here for?" the leader complained. "He says he has a picture outfit with him. If he doesn't, we'll kill him." Both Angel and his horse were hungry, for they hadn't eaten all day, but the captain said, "It's dark enough to begin. We need some amusement, so let's get going." As he set up the simple equipment, Angel remembered he had only 2 light bulbs with him. He prayed that those bulbs, which often became overheated and broke, would last. He knew his life depended on pleasing the robber band. What reel should he choose? Again he prayed, and then he selected the plan of salvation. He spoke straight from his heart about each picture. The script could be read in 35 minutes, but he talked on and on. He began to hear subdued exclamations from the hardened men. "Oh God, have pity on me. Forgive me. What a miserable life I've lived." When he finally stopped, it was midnight. At last the captain said, "Are you hungry?" They prepared a meal of beans and enchiladas, and after another hour they told him he could rest. But where? "You sleep by me," ordered the gang leader. The bandit chief lay down on a bed and slipped his big machete and his .45 caliber pistol under the blanket he used for a pillow. Under the bed was his Mauser, a rifle. Angel knelt down and prayed before he lay down on the bed beside the thief. About 6:30 a.m. he woke up and found his horse, hoping to make a fast getaway. He was saddling when the others began to awaken. "You mustn't go! You can't go!" they shouted. "You are our prisoner until you finish telling us about all the pictures you have." They unsaddled his horse and led it away. After a breakfast of hot tortillas, the men sat down and Angel studied all morning with them. He showed another reel in the afternoon, and that evening between 8 o'clock and 1 o'clock he presented 2 more. Next morning he attempted to ride away again, but it was no use. They kept him with them for 3 days and 4 nights. "Now you can go if you promise not to tell the authorities about us." They sent one of their men as a guide. As they rode along together for 7 hours, Angel talked to the bandit about changing his life and becoming a Christian. How happy he felt when the man said, "Be sure the seed you have sown will bear fruit in my life at least, if not in the lives of the others. I am going to leave the gang and start a new life." He lovingly touched the Bible that Angel gave him, then set him on the road toward the village that he had been looking for before his capture. At the parting of the ways, the bandit asked, "When will you return?" "I'll come through Huautla in 3 or 4 months, the evangelist promised. They knelt down and prayed together, then put their arms around each other in a tearful embrace. "I'll change my life and will meet you again," were the last words of his guide. Angel found the little Sabbath school group for which he had been searching and stayed a few days to give them special instruction. Exactly 4 months later he returned to Huautla, wondering if he would find his bandit friend again. He was there, but how different! Angel scarcely recognized him. Not only were his clothes different, neat and clean, but his face was happy and honest instead of dark and fierce. He had studied the Bible and the lessons Angel had given him, and he was ready to be baptized. He had gone back to his wife and children and was eager to tell the gospel story to others. Angel is now a pastor in Mexico City. He says, "What a providence it was that I lost my way and was a prisoner of bandits."
The story you have heard today is from Guide's Greatest Stories, written by various authors and compiled by Randy Fischel, and used with permission from the Pacific Press Publishing Association. If you're interested in any other books published by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, please visit AdventistBookCenter.com or call 1-800-765-6955.
This podcast is a production of the Carolina Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.